again, just wanted to thank everyone for the opportunity to present, and I will get right into it. Um, all right, so again, I'm, Tammy Green, great to be on the call. I just wanted to begin by, sharing a little bit about our agency first. Again, I'm with the South Carolina Department of Commerce, and as most folks think about commerce, they think about us as a recruiter of large industry, mostly manufacturing to the state. However, what I wanted to share with you this morning is that we also offer an array of other services to assist our South Carolina companies. We have tools and services that can assist all types of companies, not just manufacturers. So I reside under the Division of Business Services. And within that division, we have our existing industry, we have recycling, we have key accounts, special projects, emergency support function, and we also have the business outreach, which is what I oversee and will cover today. And that includes our small business and supplier outreach. So the goal of the business service team is really to provide South Carolina companies with tools, access to business tools. We provide networking opportunities, referral to other partner agencies, and direct customized assistance. So one of the things that we, well, first I just wanted to say, major factors like the pandemic, like shifts in our consumer purchasing patterns, labor shortage, certainly those in trucking and warehouse, equipment shortages all have played a factor in the disruption of the supply chain. And certainly these issues are not going away anytime soon, and which means that the shortages of these materials and products will likely continue. But one way to help offset some of the disruption is to broaden the range of sourcing. The preference is that when possible, companies will source locally. Certainly this can help increase the choice and abundance within our supply chain. And also by developing a number of local supplier relationships that allows for more flexibility, and companies are able to adjust within this changing market. So today, I hope that I can provide you guys with a couple solutions. This again is where our business outreach team can help. So what we do, how can we help? What do we offer? Certainly with those large manufacturers that come into the state, we hope that we can provide, or we offer them initial supplier support. Again, for those new companies, those expansions, we work with those South Carolina companies from every step of the process, making sure that they understand that there are local suppliers in South Carolina that can help them. We also have outreach events. This is for a new project or an expansion. Our team will host an outreach event, by inviting local suppliers to come learn more about that project and how to get involved. So we have definitely hosted a number of outreach events in the past. We can offer this for established companies are looking to grow or expand their supply chain. A recent example of an outreach event we did was back in October. We had over 150 local suppliers came up to Spartanburg to meet with Oshkosh Defense procurement team. We definitely have some success stories out of that. And currently we're working with a company called Gallo. They're going to be up in Chester, and we plan to have an outreach event for them sometime in May. So the details are to follow. I do want to thank Joe with Lockheed Martin for mentioning outreach events. He mentioned that several times, and I appreciate that, because what we want to stress with these events is that they do work. It is not, we stress to local suppliers, is definitely not a time for you all to sign a contract, but it really is an opportunity for you to get in the door, start having dialogue with these larger companies in the state, and begin the process. And also we ask that you be patient because the process of establishing a relationship does take time. You may have to, follow up frequently with your contact. Um, another another service that we offer are B2b events. This is like a speed dating type format where we offer the opportunity for companies, small, medium companies to meet one-on-one with larger OEM tier ones in the state. And this is a way to help these small businesses nurture your relationships. Another example that I can give related to our B2B events is that back in early March, we, in conjunction with the South Carolina Automotive Summit, held our automotive B2B matchmaker event. And I will show a slide which provides more detail about that event. The last option that we offer, or service that we offer for suppliers, is a supplier optimization support, or we call it SOS. This is for existing OEM tier ones in the state. We can help provide support to your existing suppliers that may be experiencing some challenges meeting or keeping up with performance. So we work in conjunction with the SEMEP and offer a strategic and targeted approach to improving supplier performance. We do encourage local suppliers that if you're working with the OEM tier one in the state and you know that you're having some challenges, you certainly can be proactive and reach out to us as well, and we can help find solutions for you. So I mentioned briefly about the B2B that we offered again. This was back in March. It was at the Hyatt in Greenville, downtown Greenville. Again, Commerce worked with the Automotive Council. We had, because of COVID restrictions, we had a scaled back version of our B2B. So we had 10 OEMs that were present, a little over 105 South Carolina suppliers. They met with these OEM tier ones for about 15 minutes, and that equated to about 290 meetings. We're very, although COVID played a factor in the limited amount of OEMs that participated, we were very satisfied with the overall attendance, hearing really good feedback. And one thing that we pride ourselves on with this particular B2B is that we do ask the OEMs ahead of time, tell us what you're looking for. Tell us what types of suppliers that you currently have a need for or will have a need for in the future. And we try to target and find those suppliers so that this process can be a win-win for all. So I talked a little bit about the services that business outreach provides. Let me talk to you a little bit about tools. So certainly very proud of our Source SC industrial directory. So Source SC is an online database, and this database allows you to find local suppliers and services. But not only can you find local suppliers, you also can be listed as a supplier. It's a great way to see, the companies that are in South Carolina. It's a great way for you all to search for suppliers as well. So what's the benefit of Source SC? Once you sign up, your company will be again listed in this Source SC industrial directory. It's essentially free advertising for your company. You'll be notified of those B2B events that I just mentioned, those outreach events. You'll be notified of those when we have events throughout the state. You will be included in sourcing requests. So what does that mean? A sourcing request is when a company reaches out to our staff looking for a particular commodity or service. If it fits within your area of expertise, we will reach out to you and we'll make that connection. Source SC is provided at no charge. It's your taxpayer dollars at work. And any company that has a physical presence in South Carolina can certainly sign up. So I just mentioned source and request. Again, you can search Source SC for a particular commodity or particular service. If for some reason you search the database and you can't find what you're looking for, you certainly can reach out to a team member and we can, customize that search for you. Or if you simply don't have time to search, we're happy to search on your behalf and make those connections. The next tool that I wanted to briefly talk about is Size Up. So this tool is a little bit different than Source SC. This tool, excuse me, allows you to find out how your business kind of measures up to your competitors in a particular industry. So from a startup perspective, it can show you how many other businesses like yours are in a particular area. It also has advantages for existing companies. So you don't necessarily have to be a startup to take advantage. If you're in existing companies, you can see locations of your potential customers, suppliers, and even your competitors. The tool also can provide data on items such as, am I paying a comparable wage? It shows you the best practice on how and where to advertise for your particular industry. And again, this tool is provided to you all at no charge. Excuse me. It uses the same data that large corporations spend thousands of dollars on when they're using a consultant. So a lot of large companies will use the same type of data analytics by paying consultant fees. But again, whether you're large or small, if you've been in business for a while, if you're a startup, if you want to expand, so Size Up is certainly a tool that I would recommend that you all just take a test drive. Just go out to our site and check it out. And if you have questions, again, the team is available to answer any questions that you have. A couple other tools that we provide is our small business forums. Again, those are opportunities. We typically go into like a rural area and provide access to other partner agencies. So our team will go maybe to a rural area along with like a SCDOT, a SBDC or SBA, and provide resources to those areas. And then lastly, our SC Biz Feed newsletter. So this is something fairly new that the business services team at Commerce launched about a year ago, and maybe a little less than a year ago. But this is a great resource for you all to kind of be in the know of what's going on. It's typically a topic that is in the newsletter, and then we also will give information on upcoming events as well. So this slide briefly just gives you an idea of some of the past events that we have done, outreach events. So you can see Drexel-Meyer, we did one a couple years ago before the pandemic, as well as Elongator. And both of these companies are existing companies. They have been in South Carolina for a while, but they just wanted to localize their supply chain in the state. And so we offered to do an outreach event for them. Again, it was customized. They were very specific about the types of suppliers and services that they were looking for. So we were able to target those suppliers. A couple other events that my team is going to be working on. We're working again with the Council on Competitiveness. So the SC Tech and SC Logistics B2b will take place on April 19th. That's going to be in Charleston, and that is specifically for logistics and tech suppliers. And then I mentioned Gallo outreach event that is tentatively scheduled for May 24th in Chester. Again, that company is going to be sending us a list of suppliers that they are looking for. I mentioned our SC Biz Dev website. So that's the link down there. And we'll also send that out to you all as well. But there's a QR code if you want to take advantage of that and find out more information about all the services that we offer at Commerce. And lastly, the most important slide is the team. So Sonia Barkley is our small business outreach manager. If you have any questions related to small business, funding, referrals, and size up, Sonia is going to be your go-to. She's going to be your contact. And Dayton Ward is our supplier outreach manager. So questions about sourcing requests, about supplier initiatives, or Source SC, feel free to reach out to Dayton. I know I went through those slides very quickly, but on a final note, I just wanted to say, appreciate your time this morning. Certainly some great information on this webinar. And then just so you all would know, whether your company is large or small, from coffee shop to a manufacturer, our team is here to help you all, to help bridge the gap. We want to help out, so we're here to help. So feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. And I do appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.